Club World Cup stories, but maybe I start the CBF. Omo pani bako. Mnekuma Odifa name home and the Brazilian national team more expectation. Me the bia me busa me ho asem bako say
Rodrigo Caetano.
Yes, Rodrigo Caetano. One thing I know about football is most of the countries will continue to chase certain countries almost so the football the kind. But some countries so best struggle and some maintain almost standard. Of course, baby omo winning generation be a free, you know. Any baby omo drew say no. It is so obvious that Brazil would struggle in the next phases of the World Cup, the Copa America and all that. But be Brazil just say you know a tricky junction. In terms of the global superpower defining football, the main household names are your Bono each and every day. Oh, say, but me call downtown be village be. About things so who say Madagascar and Comoros Jesse share Sabi Akrabi.
Yes.
Baba who Brazil Jesse no. Ni fan ate. But still I know Ojinam. Nana Chino 7 na ya waya makasi kakrabi but still sa Jesse no okwa. Obesa akwa kutwa ni dia sen. Ode echi obesa hwe. Brazil has been known in this game for a long time. They are part of the conversation, and that each and every day biano obusa ho say Brazil last time I won trophy Tambe no moba last tournament mo koy mu dru hefa na generation be na do mo koy yeah time na share Brazil make say yeah Blasters 2006 you know yeah yobo pa yeah yobo too much because it was the first entry step of Ghana football in terms of the global elite stage. That is the World Cup. Afcon the any akwa GB I am rekra my trophy who be crazy. But in terms of the World Cup na pele no more keka to ho because omo hu Jamila mo di kan kase now. Apart from Cameroon mo hu there's a certain country be Ghana ono so beba bi. But you share Brazil no. Na ye the fading generation of the Seleção Jet. Yeah, omudi ye ho agropa. No mako Japan Korea 2002 the Rivaldo Ronaldinho Kaka mako at the clubs mo as support lose you mu achiro hono ma na sa squad ne tight.
Yeah.
But 4 years later now Ronaldo Firmino share no. You remember say na ne fading of his zero bet to squad no. Na phenomenon fan so munyina no omoko 2006 na Ronaldinho would di aggressive from one reaching the peak oja Rivaldo ne Ronaldo phenomenon moko. But we've always been expecting Brazil to be part of the elite omopo the greatest exporter of talent ever since a football yin huadi as a sport. Brazil only the greatest exporter. They said the Oba Africa near can gold who was Oba South Africa beka Ghana. Oka Ghana beka South Africa. O change subject in any cocoa comwa. O boy every coast that still have a Ghana shim. From the days of Fernando Po, undi Ghana and a cocoa home comwa bra omo Ghana enka. That has been Brazil as a subject and then football as a subject. They've been in this marriage for a long time. And you say discuss football. National team international game no na hwehwe Brazil no mu frɛ chire na eba sesie na ya na mare ho kakra omoda so do mani ato name so I mean adentia adena Brazil da so twa name he's a super talent many Rodrigo Caetano ya adwene or a super player super personality he's charismatic sabrofo ni nyina me hobby. But let's talk about recency. Because recency is football and football is a recency. The we and run there Bronia sa trouble for be to ho say your friend history and
yes
it's football a recency the ujina on so awoye the most discussed player we say no e yakra to a friend Lamine Yamal. Oh board discussion be it's always going to be Lamine Yamal. So Brazil no tambidi be huomo. Now talk about La Roja. Sorry. Now sorry na Spain so sorry no. Osha squad na average age no from central defense e consider final third. Average age no from. Central defense no yaw. Me say brembo. Omo Asensu. Omo Dean Heisen. Omo Kubasi. Freeway no mo dey call for the next 10 years.
Le no more crown so shim.
Into you must say what me the one Leno man can one na 4 in Spain they call for the next 10 years central defenders look at them and they are playing the elite stages already Champions League national team football no oba fifi look at Spain They still have the world best, the Ballon d'Or holder on rank. They don't even almost discount to the crowd because they have Gavi, Pablo, Torre, Madrid, Fonosobi. Look, Spain and Nimo are rich. A beer, exceptional number 9 as a center forward. And a be a dear Morata Hormono. Apart from that, I know say Nikomo one Chen and Chen Hola me mobile baby Spain a fool. How about France? How about France?
Pool of squad.
Saliba Konate will send France to the next top tier. Obe push Upamecano see Enche. Now the new see France in Finfi on a concentrated with rich quality of players. In the final third, men sell Breno, my tab no job home. Timame come France Eba. And then we talk about Argentina, the greatest rival for Ono Brazil. No. And now we catch us say one more Enzo, one more McAllister. Jet obo Palacios and then can Rodrigo Dupont. Yeah, Jumani smooth. And what they Simeone in the Bapani, say Ketuano Squaton.
Juliano.
So they have this squad. Mastantuono is another quality player coming up through the
squad. Very so bem.
And the Leon Bonny didn't say. Thiago Amada. Europa League, Brazil brutal. So Argentina, how about Brazil? Yow, ma omun koso emfa name and show mutimu fa hope be shame. You think say name that so France are come I want the money better so. Na Spain Brazil would have to move quickly under Ancelotti. Omo lucky department be brave.
Wontumi.
Omo lucky department be brave. From France 98 from Tafarel, Japan Korea 2002 Dida. Now born Julio Caesar. Goalkeeping department, you know, about central defense. But talk about the world game now. And central defenders are Papa no, who be a Brazil. Central midfielders are Papa no, who bottom 5, who be a Brazil. Lucas Paqueta, Obotimbe. Guimaraes, Obotimbe. So Ancelotti, you might want Papa. Matthias Cunha is good. Richarlison, Obama Cunha, Krajumana, Fudia Cunha. But even for the Brazilians, Matthias Cunha is in their standard number 9. Yahu baby and so Brazil, omonke come home. Mame fasa anko no enfensi one more. Another conversation me was so much interest at the fact that Christian Kivu abe find Tamile na Juma no. Me sure the person or especially in the playing template. Is he going to stick with a 3-back?
Yeah.
And move along with the 2 striker system.
3-5-2. Now you be na.
Obebshim. But 3-5-2 no so no. Acquire to say a punches hard but not harder. Oh the person mention. A ball pia wo kwachiri but em fa won to form. Simone dia ko Pep Guardiola no ken back in the final. And now Simone Kroos had the call. Luis Enrique had knocking him at the call back.
Knocking really hard.
Are they going to invest in a third time in this same system with Christian Kivu? But last time Omunya 2 striker system, no dear. Yeah, not Christian Kivu will say no ball left back and American ball right. Walter Samuel no we chiri hono movie. Only Lucio. Next is Adam we chiri. Robert Finger to Zanetti can be also. No, a large freedom to Schneider. Because in a Pandev system need to move into 4-2-1-3 and then 4-2-2-2. The magical box. Magical box in say Zanetti can be also actually. No your Pandev and a Schneider. Also na box. No jai a Tomilito in the final third. 2-2-2. A convertier 4-2-1-3 with the movement of Christian Pandev. And on the last success point for Inter Milan. Goran Pandev.
Yeah.
That was Jose Mourinho in the back four. No? Now, yow, 3 back, you know, mo de kono de mini issue home. But among Kai, first, you know, or the J Serie A, the Cobo final. But I feel the Serie A now, ma final no so Cobo and so ama. But my key question, maybe we say, Christian Kivu or stay away as a culture of the club or in his own ideology. Free back, you know, a effective system at the moment.
Yes, I'm fancy. My answer is on for. On say the dynamics of the transfer market, you know, we've always said it over here, say, determined by the selling club, whether you like it or not. They decide what figure comes out, and also on the better price and the yen ye Toma Musi, and as I say. So Bekaya Anthony figure about 85 million euros. And I asked release statement 100 million euros. So Bekai.
True.
These are things that would definitely go on in the transfer market. Right? So only Germany full delay, fancy. Adeba about them. They said they will try and make the world know. Say Omuninya the better deal of anything. My found call back to Matthias the late ne Nazo Masuari. Omoba United. Omo figure na e kabo muton yeno. They wanted to prove every reasonable person bia or doubted the omu ye bia na says kawe editor. But in the long run, so a Bayern fan, Obetina say I said there be. And Kofono Kromoko Moon Prada. The were Prano Crown Pranch and Wasaba. Shabo Mobo. And as Commona Muni Dinocadi and to me say no crack. I've always said the only way to prove that a value be a dear torso. Fancy, a swan for so, Nisobe performing. If you don't perform, says come, you better so a ashia guaboka. And your value and pricing will always determine the standard in which amount for the measure. You can't take it away. You see, now you are the most expensive German sale. Oh yeah, the most expensive Premier League signing. Also, the most expensive Bayer Leverkusen sale. Fancy, maybe I'm Mijinano.
Sign the most expensive Liverpool player.
Also, the most expensive Liverpool player. It is heavy as a Zoboslai 10 goals in a season. We will be okay with Zoboslai scoring 10 goals a season. But your tongue for surprise winner. Also 10 goals a season. Who is a unya? Also, Timisha 12, 15. Now the Maomo. See a Toby for 50 million pounds. No be goals and no be assist. ABR 15. What performing abroad the expectation in the price near the tone in the buy. But we are told for such an amount of money as a central attacking midfielder. Looking at the numbers are attacking midfielders, they are more Premier League in recent times. The standard any Pamiru. Oh, Premier League in the past 5 seasons, Bruno Fernandes and Kevin De Bruyne. The numbers are more racking it up season after season. I'm talking about consistency, not one season.
Okay.
Kevin De Bruyne and Bruno.
As number 10.
As number 10. Chances created, assist. Omumienu. Fancy. Obi amen. Season after season. Sa omumienu ni season after a top so sa. Maybe Kevin De Bruyne be breaking the record for the most assist in Premier League history. Now Mesut Ozil dey na da ho. And Kevin De Bruyne be breaking. So if you are bought for such an amount of money, you will be measured according to that particular standard too.
But not the first season.
The first season will be there. First season it will be there. Because you need to be the difference, also the difference maker within the setup.
Because the amount may be sound here say from a different league to the other, an adaptation period. What's my say?
Adaptation period.
Because I say Caicedo Crana no free Premier League
in the mobile.
Bachelors the man for the end. And the first season no a shigui.
I am a decimal bisa question.
Tina make us be a vet the no. Oh jajana, on jajano with respect to. Ebi an the first season the obey fine or fly.
I am a decimal fast as and it will give us the opportunity. See nyina ne omo mutie ni enuanom ne maame no ye papa nyina ye bete en wase say football
101.3
enye ade a obetimi atena book ma tworo no ene say we ne besi no script na eno akwa akosi. The unfortunate can happen any moment in time. So when you are judging a player and you are looking at a player, be careful. Because you don't know when or club now or supporting no, it will be his turn. And let's also put it at the back of our mind, say, and the footballing fans we have, management, even the media, are impatient when it comes to players' adaptability. Fancy. And the football is so unforgiving and it's a face. No? 18 I am a baby to be no more than I need to the dread say, But now the stage and everything we are in, no, football is totally unforgiving. And that is the reality of the situation we found ourselves in now. And the Bobia, especially when your price tag is up there. I'm not saying FLORIAN WIRTZ will become a flop. TNA. Minyina son kase FLORIAN WIRTZ oba Liverpool oba besa kura ma ye hu ni su player da bi min kasa asem no. Me try say ye nyina ye di nkomo yi. Ye nyina ye betwe ya adwen asi asem no.
Even so Piabon
kron be refer ni fee.
Liverpool's 150 million euro rated player.
Omo bebo ni din. We are not here to tell whether it's going to be a flop or not. We are being realistic to you. Said this is the situation they see. Per the amount of money Amodia Koto player and Abano. So if other clubs suffer the same thing, remember you are also going to suffer. Kaisedo party as no manka. They are some pan anti ukroma say any English media no so. Okay, say Kaisedo could die in Trini white be. Omo target is a flop power sa could die with tear season, you know. Oh more infam. But look at the pricing. Enzo Fernandes came from the World Cup as the best young player at the World Cup. Meboa. Omoko turn it in about 120 million euros. Do not like say on deserve this amount of money, no. So these things are bound to happen. It will go on, especially when the most expensive Premier League signings. But me say na me da nyamia sepa because me who club ba ko bi wom. First na ke ne dum tintimai pa. But say ye nimu bi. Oh, fancy. Mr. Club will be listen that way club will be one. What a club now may people put it.
Says a Muniska or
yes, say, and your way say, and I'm all
Joe Carrish now. My conquer more such a boy.
Of course, because yes, say, and I'm all. And maybe a chamas reyes, at least we are
to me 101.
I United do better.
Munya and come up.
Oh, FLORIAN WIRTZ, Krenya say, only the type of player who Bruno Fernandes out here FLORIAN WIRTZ today. FLORIAN WIRTZ is yet to get to the level of Bruno Fernandes. Asim we cry the men koka. FLORIAN WIRTZ on Bruno Fernandes ukra. The numbers of Bruno Fernandes racking up season after season. Wontumi. Bema just how be prove your Premier League ni mu miehwe. Bruno why any 5 solid seasons. Lenye Bruno ka United call relegation. Ono ko atimi gi team ni sinebo so obo free kick she, obo penalty she, or assist, ono atimi create ono an chance no asako di akire no akoshe. You even get to that level. But share Liverpool team no amount ne nanchen. Fancy. Yaka ehun susu de beba. But let's deal with the thing on the pitch now. Kasa said na Newton e kasa efa won no. Liverpool set up no. Omo call with the 4-2-3-1 and omo call with the 4-3-3. Chadie, the most dominant positioning for FLORIAN WIRTZ is operating in the left half spaces.
Coutinho di Nibia.
The dominant foot here, right? He will love to cut in most of the time, either for crosses or assist or even shot. But I didn't want to damusronko how or setting the tempo of the game. And number 2, the precision of the passes. But on your extravagant when it comes to the long passes, he wants you to get closer to him. No abon shot, not the passes, not to move the amount. In this instance, from what he does, it was in the passing zones in a fancy. He for pan also red kesi power on the pitch. At the left half of the pitch, because a chapak ni mumi left, right, center. So you look at baby a red, and he is very deep in the power. He's a dominant left half space attacking midfielder. Shadrach Bama the hit map now. Obeti the man can see pa. Cuts in, try and shoot. Fancy the hit map in the. It will on the screen now. We see say oh yeah dominant over the left half spaces. To Kati ina no shooting. Right one and shut down also. But Liverpool will be happy with this because right one is secured. My only question I may be on the right hand side here. How Jeremy Frimpong able to me coordinated so well with Mohamed Salah. because before Alexander Trent Arnold be through on right hand side in the Liverpool problem. What am I say? And even when they decide to go with a 4-3-3, which say FLORIAN WIRTZ never ball as a left central midfielder and as a left attacking midfielder, and with a build up of 3-1-6 with 2 midfielders as number 8. Then Ubenya wingers was saying 2 attackers in there. Alexis McAllister can also push and help. And also sharing the networks now. Him for Pana dominant. And your left attacking midfielder one is high dominant. It was only there and your left corner due to the favorite foot being the right foot. But fancy, the position in Ankasa in the role now, or more like a left half space now. Because I said, dear, not the Liverpool team. No, I think in terms of whatever Ancelotti wants to do in the triple P, precision, possession, passing, he will be a key player within it. Already, medical show on the passing qualities no with map near the kind of tosono. But the second thing we have to talk about with A and the pressing. Fancy, say Shadrach Betimia boy with FLORIAN WIRTZ starts Nankasa number 1 now. Obetia say the entire America say obey key player in terms of pressing. Anna about with precision now. Thank you very much. Obetia say how obesity influence game no through these particular ways of giving the right passes at the right time. Fancy in terms of goals scored, shots and assists. But he is your attacking midfielder. Our average is 0.46 assists per every single 90 minutes. In Europe, he ranks with the 99% percentile. But baby, I'm make about fancy the pressing who be here as a share possession 1 in final third. Possession 1 in final third, or average 1.34 per every single 90 minutes. In the top 5 leagues in Europe, the percentile is 98% as compared to central attacking midfielders.
Yes, a pressing it
there. And on the high turnovers in Oslo.
Yes, or J-Born.
So I understand the idea behind the signing and what they want to do. Liverpool want to press on the front foot. They want to be dynamic in that particular case. Then when the pressing, if you are total tackles in 1.22 per 90 minutes in Euro percentile from do also on share 6.19. Fancy in Europe 84%. Area doors from men who also be wrapping ball, men who also be intercepted. But when it take ons, precision a key. How to maneuver yourself through tight spaces. Get the right pass through the needle at the right time. She said take ons in 3.13 per every single 90 minutes. In Europe, percentile say 99%. Touches, he is more involved in the game. 86.90 per every single 90 minutes. In Europe, percentile say 99. Touches in opposition box, he is involved at the opponents of water. International and Kwane be creating. And Luis Diaz and Kwane be creating. But FLORIAN WIRTZ adds another bite and dynamic to the attack of Liverpool. So Liverpool will become quite unpredictable. Sir Famana, fancy. Sir Ofa Salah, Ofa Diasa. This guy gives you a different dynamic through the middle of the pack by linking with the left back, linking with the left winger, and creating spaces for the striker in order to get them the right places at the right places and the right time to score goals. But they made Deca Crania chances created 2.18 per ranking 88% error Europe. Then you look at the passes completed and all of this. But Adebakwa Fasho 3 years Olusu boss. And the intensity of the Premier League, you know. I shall say never born a sukakra. More than an annual or person tire skill kakra. And then the Premier League no more home. That is the only disadvantage. The Bundesliga, you'll be giving time on the ball. But the Premier League, you don't have time on the ball. This is why the instincts will need to work beyond a reasonable doubt. Okay. So they are born in Rune, not on him the next pass. But Francie, are you surprised? Say, he is the best dribbler in the Bundesliga. We are completing 82 dribbles. Yeah. Jimmy Kettins tosso Mienu, Musiala tosso third, Michael Olise tosso then Richie Duan. High turnovers. You could see, say, in the Bundesliga, nobody comes closer. He's your ultimate pressing machine, passing machine, and your good assist. Man, I'll be hearing you say, Obe creating a lot of chances there now. But this is the Premier League. Okay. Manage your expectations and let's see how you adapt.
I don't know manage your expectations.
Oh, I have to be very honest with you.
Say.
What feel about Premier League? Mature weakness, adaptation here. That so manage your expectations. You're a Liverpool fan. Manage your expectations. I'm being honest with you.
The fact is, Liverpool have splashed money on potential.